Well, good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ryan here, 780 Speed and Custom. Today my plan is to play a bit of musical chairs with my vehicles. I want to get the 40 over to the hoist and hopefully haul the Biscayne over to my house because I want to work on the Biscayne in my garage and everything I need to do on the 40. It's going to make a lot more sense to have it on the hoist because it's just going to be easier to work under it and it's not fun laying on concrete. So that's my plan for today anyway. Feeling a little bit under the weather, but I'm going to work through it. So, yeah, hopefully all goes well. So first things first, I want to drain the water out of the ice box. I guess I need to winterize that, obviously, because I live in Canada and it gets cold here pretty quick. So I actually went and bought one of these Canadian Tire fuel cards. Or I guess if you're from the U.S., it'd be equivalent to like a Harbor Freight. And I just use this to pump the water out. It works pretty good. So I'll just pump this tank out. I'll crack a line and drain the lines, and then I'll just put some antifreeze in it. Just gonna run straight antifreeze. That's the stuff. Circulating. Should be good to go for the winter. Well, that's got the 40 over here on the hoist. I guess one thing I'm not so pleased about is my valve cover leaks back. I thought I had that fixed, but I must have a warped valve cover or something because it just does not want to stop leaking. I can't even see. Yeah, you can kind of see. Doesn't seem to matter how many valve cover gaskets I throw at that thing. They don't last. Get pushed out, get cut, whatever it is. So I'm honestly starting to think that valve cover's got to be warped. Unlikely it's the cylinder head. I don't know what's going on. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit more too. But next I'm going to hook up to the Biscayne and get that thing towed over to the house. I should add too that I don't believe it's crankcase pressure pushing those gaskets out because I have a 5/8 breather line coming out of that valve cover as well. So unlikely, but I guess you never know. I'm leaning towards that valve cover being bent. So anyway, Biscayne's up next and we'll get that thing in the garage. Well, I got the Biscayne at home in the driveway. Just need to find enough help to push it in the garage and we'll be good to go. And just use your other pickup to push your project car into the garage. Seems to work. Sure is pretty. Not a whole lot of room to work on this thing in here, but yeah, I'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Well, that's got her. Biscayne's finally at home here in the garage. 40's up on the hoist. I'm battling whatever illness is affecting me today. That honestly took all the energy I have, so I'm going to call it for today. And I'll get working on this thing, hopefully when I'm feeling a little better. So, we'll catch you another day. Alright, well, it's been a few days. It's actually been a week. Exactly a week. But I am feeling better now, so that's good. Plans have changed a little bit. I know I literally just winterized the 40 and put it on the hoist to work on it over there. But this weekend is Forestburg Area 53's last race of the season. Some of my buddies are going there. I thought, what the heck? I managed to get the weekend off. So I'm going to go over there now, fix my oil leak so I can go racing tomorrow. So I actually had to run to a neighboring city here to grab valve cover gaskets because nobody has any in this town and I'm out. So got new gaskets. I've got a different valve cover. because I'm thinking that's the problem. I mean, keep trying the same thing, expecting a different result. There's a definition for that. Something like insanity. Well, it's obviously not the gaskets. I can't see that it's crankcase pressure because there's nothing in the catch can. So that means it's got to be that valve cover's warped. So I'm going to put a different valve cover on it, new gasket, and hopefully that solves my oiling problem. And then I can bring the truck back over here, get it loaded up so that I can take off in the morning for Forestburg. So that's my plan for this evening anyway. Get to it. My valve cover, a set of gaskets. I mean, this one's not, doesn't have the dash 12 or dash 10 AN fitting for my catch can, but that's fine. I'll just run a line for now and hopefully that will solve my problem. So this is the line I have going to my catch can there. I can blow through this. There's absolutely no resistance. So it's most definitely not a crankcase pressure situation. So I'm falling back on what I'm thinking now for sure is that the valve cover is warped. So I'll get this coil pack torn off, get that valve cover off. I'm going to put a straight edge on it just to see. And then I think regardless, I'm putting that other valve cover on. Even for the race this weekend, because I think that'll tell me whether or not that's my issue. So I'll get after it here. All right. Yeah, look at that. Just pushed out, split, and destroyed. I don't understand it. But yeah, I'm going to take a straight edge to this thing. See what it says. Well, new valve cover, new gasket. Fingers crossed like the 12th time's the charm. Alright, everything's in there. Tightened down again. Still haven't plumbed the crank vent, but that's fine. I'll just fire it up and check and see if it's still leaking. Seems good so far. I'll take it for a quick drive and make sure we're good to go. Alright, did a quick bit of driving. Couple of pulls on the highway. So far, it's not leaking, so that's a good sign. Good enough for me to want to pack up my tools, slicks, methanol, everything, get ready for the track, and I think I'm going to end that video there. So I'll get packed up, but we will see you at Area 53 tomorrow.